Good night, everyone. My name is Joel Mejía My. I am 20 years old, and today I want to talk about something that has been part of my life since I can remember my fears and how I am learning to overcome them. Okay, you know, fear is sometimes we was our experience. It's a natural reaction that helps us survive and stay safe. Sometimes fear can stop us from doing things we really want to do. In my case, I have a life with several fears that have limits me in different ways. But over time, I will learn that courage doesn't mean having no fear. It means facing little by little. Okay. Uh, One of my biggest fears has always been height. I suffer from vertigo, so I've been starting on weak and anxious. I feel like I might fall at moments. When I was younger, I avoid anything that involved heights, like going on a Ferris wheel. Um, for a long time, I thought this fear would control me forever. But I realized that's the only one to fly. Vertigo is me slowly exposing myself to situations that makes uncomfortable. For example, I started climbing small heights or going up few floors in a building just to change myself. My family encouraged me and remind me that fear is sometimes that can be manageable, not sometimes that definitor who I am. Another big fear. Uh, I had science. I was a kid. Is spiders and snakes. Spiders and snakes. I know it's common, but in my case, it's very intense. In my personal, when I see a spiders, even a small one, my body freezes. I start imagining that is cold. Uh, mm, Understanding the better helps my step calm. Okay, I also try breathing techniques when I feel anxious, so I don't let me imagination take control. Uh, for one of the most curious fears I developed was fear of getting hit by a soccer ball. Why? Why is the fear in my person? Uh, who say when I was a child I once received a strong ball hit in my face during a game. Since then, every time sometimes kicks we near, I instinctively cover my face or move away. It sounds funny, but for me, it's sometimes real. That moment left of a mark, and it took my years in every tree playing again. But another fear I have faced is the fear of water. Why? Uh, in my opinion, this is especially this fear of drowning. I've never been a good swimmer. Every time this so child I enter a pool, I feel nervous. I imagine that the cow lose control, seeing cannot be able to travel. That's why for a long time I avoid swimming. Um, and however, my family help helped my overcome that. They encourage me to the practice, to wear to float, and to take things slowly. At first, you just stay near to it, but with time, I learned how to move my arms and legs properly. Okay, I'm still not an expert, okay, but I can now swim short distance. What is the learning is the fear disappears only when we face is respectfully every time I get into the pool. A little breaks down before. And speaking of fears, if overcomes, I must mention sometimes they might sound simple to others what was a real change for me and learning to ride a bicycle. Uh, this is fear for I learning at the age of 20 for many people. So I sometimes they do as kids, but I was too scared of falling everything I tried. I was lost. I was lost, balance, get frustrated, and quiet. But my family inside, and one day I decide to try again. I feel several times. I got hard, but I didn't give up. Slowly started pedaling, keeping my balance, and then I was finally reading. That moment taught me a powerful lesson. The only was to overcome fear is truth. Action you can't wait to fear or desperate. You have to move forward despite it. Um, okay, however, among all my fears, there are the effects of the most. The one of that keeps me awake sometimes. It's a fear of not becoming a professional. So uh, this is my fear in actually in my opinion. So because of not achieve my dreams, my dream is to professional in the future. So and this is this best fear in my life. I want to be someone important, someone who makes my family proud and who builds a better future. But sometimes I doubt myself. I wonder, right? I've capable if have the strength, the money, of the opportunities to reach my goals in my family. Okay, every times I feel I feel afraid of falling. I think about my family. My family, they have always been my biggest support. They believe in me even when I don't believe in myself. That love gives me strength to keep studying, to keep growing, and to keep flying for my goals in the future. So, who can we overcome our fears? Because of fears, I believe there are three main steps. Fears, we have to recognize our fears honestly. Honestly, we can try what we don't accept. Um, so second, we must understand we are fear come on maybe from childhood, from a bad experience, or from insecurity, and finally we can to take action. Every small action can make a big difference. Every time uh, we face fear, every for a 4 seconds we come stronger. In the end, fear is part of being human. It reminds you that we care about your lives and our dreams. For what matters is not to let fear stop us us from living. And today, I can say that I'm still afraid of many things. In my opinion, this is fears in my past, in actually today. Uh-huh. But I'm no longer the same person I used to be. Now I know that courage doesn't mean not being afraid. It's mean feeling fear and doing anyway. So my message for everything listen is don't run. Don't run away from your fears, learn from them, face them, and let them makes you stronger. Thank you so much for listening, teacher.